for C.J. Miles. He sure can string together a long line of threes out of the lead with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Mahimi and Gasol sends it back. McDermott can't get it to go. Chicago on defense. Fires from the wing. And it's Miles missing.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Rose kicks to Butler. Mirotic the screen. McDermott. And it's off from three-point range.
And for most every team out there, guys, they're looking for a guy like C.J. Miles. Decent size, natural movement skills, and can absolutely shoot the lights out. Call them buckets, because that's elite performance.
And finished off by McDermott.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Now here's Ellis. Puts it up from 17. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Mahimi with this stop.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
And so here is Indiana. The Bulls getting the bucket. And the basket by Hill.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Rose attacking. Here's Mirotic. But they'll get another chance. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Rose, no good.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
On the free throw, no good. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
Now here's Butler. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. They get it back. The kick out to Rose. Gasol on the high post. Back to Rose. Down low. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Monte Ellis.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
Rose dishes to Mirotic. Takes the three. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
The kick out to Hill. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Well, Chicago's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And here's McDermott. The kick out to Rose. Here's Butler. Puts up the baby hook. And that is good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew on.
Ellis can't get it to go.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that's never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Pacers trailed by 4. Indiana again missing. Here's McDermott. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-handed.
Hill passes to Mahinmi. Miles. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Back to Rose. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Let me know if you need timeout, y'all. Y'all can't get it together. Let me know. Let me know now.
Outside Hill. Outside George. And it's George again missing.
Yeah, I think we need a timeout.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open
We need a
behind the
timeout,
arc.
fellas.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
So timeout call here, the first for Indiana.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Hill comes in for C.J. Miles. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. And the Pacers call time here.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
Here's Hill. He dishes it to Stuckey. It's back to Hill. The pass to Turner. 4 on the clock. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
And already they take out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
The Bulls leading by 5. Rose kicks to Butler. Good work defensively by Stuckey.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
shot from 12. And off the glass. That one's good. And now just a 3-point Bulls lead. Rose dishes to Mirotic. Back to Rose. And the Bulls with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Hill, no good. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continue to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really enjoyed watching his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
Whether or not
Who do you think you
most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Hill. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Brooks checked in. Outside Butler. Gasol is screen on Hill. Butler gets to Gasol.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They didn't seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's Gasol, following the score by Indiana. Brooks with no one around. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there. For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
And the Bulls making a change here. Noah's checked in.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
6 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. And it's 9 points for Doug McDermott.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Hill left side. To the paint. Poked loose. And stolen by Mirotic. Look at that jam. I mean, beautiful.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, it's the love to go up and jam like that.
Stolen by Brooks. McDermott, no one around him. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Stuckey pass to Hill.
I hate when niggas just fucking run out of bounds. Like, then I gotta wait for you to get back in the play. Damn.
The dunk and the foul. Powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on George.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Tony Snell comes in for McDermott.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
And for the Pacers against the East, they actually played the rest of the conference. Greg, very well, ended with a 28-24 record, Clark, against the East.
The only team, Kevin, in the East with a winning record against the rest of the conference not to make the playoffs. Only went 10-19 playoff teams in the conference.
Chase Budinger, he's checked in for Indiana. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. And again, Chicago, no good. It's Hill on the wing. Kept alive. Goes back up. And Gibson sends it back. In transition, here come the Bulls. Heinrich kicks it to Noah. Brooks dishes to Gibson. Back to Brooks. There's the triple. And that one's good. Brooks has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Bulls. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Chicago.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
The shot by Heinrich, no good.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bulls moving the ball around. Pass to Gibson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Bulls have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And both free throws good from Gibson. Pacers trail by 12. Now here's Stuckey. Noah with the block.
Y'all, these niggas kill me, man. I hate when I run a set and everybody just stands still, nobody moves. The fuck is the point of calling a play?
Right, where he is at? Get up there, sit down, sit. Up here. Cool, man. Get up there, sit down. Make sure you blessed, all right? Right, man? Get on up there. Don't get down till you're done, all right?
And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Snell is the 3 with Gibson at the 4. Brooks out there with Heinrich. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pacers trail by 12. Stuckey kicks to Young. There's the feed to Turner. Tipped away.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Young pass to Stuckey. Hill against Gibson. Shot clock at 6. Budinger dishes to Hill. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Taj Gibson picks one up. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And stolen by Stuckey. And here's Young from the arc. Stuckey kicks to Buddy. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. For Indiana, they have missed more than they have made at the foul line tonight, 3 of 7.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
You know, it's really quite amazing when you look at Chase Budinger. I mean, statistically, he was the same player last year as when he was a rookie. Across every category, even smaller categories like steals and blocks, almost identical output 5 seasons apart.
And going back to Chase Budinger, a terrific athlete with a plus shooting stroke. He definitely has some talent, but Greg, his inability to play consistent defense and his subpar ball handling have capped his career minutes at around 20 a game.
Yeah, and that's why he was a second-round pick way back when. I mean, scouts knew he was a somewhat talented player, but just not a complete. He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him. Because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
And it's Chase Budinger with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Rose, he's checked in for Chicago. Brooks, the best to Noah. Lets it go. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Monte Ellis checked in for Indiana. The Bulls leading by 8. Deep 2 from Brooks. Rose in the post. He's guarded by Ellis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Passes to Turner. Kicks it to Hill. Budinger dishes to Hill. That's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Ellis, following the miss by Taj Gibson.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And Brooks, here we go. And he gets it to go. Brooks has got 8.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now, here is Young. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Offensive rebound. Hill. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays. Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a 1-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court. That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Chicago with the ball, following the miss by Monte Ellis. Brooks kicks to Gibson. And uses
Y'all got to get that loose ball.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Oh. Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Chicago calls timeout. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. LaVoy Allen comes in for Hill. George is checked in for Chase Budinger. And it's Hill in for Young. And he can't get the first one. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. He's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Clock at 6. They double team Ellis. And slam dunk by Allen.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, it had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting five.
Ellis again throws. And Gasol now top of the key. Out to Brooks. Rose against Ellis. Now here's Butler. Guarded closely. Ellis again throws. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. And it's a Chicago lead.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And the Pacers call time here.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
The Pacers making a switch here. Miles is checked in. Pacers have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. George double team. Indiana moving it around. And Mahinmi with it.
set up that high percentage shot in close.
And Brooks, here we go. Gibson against George. And that one's good. 9 points here for Taj Gibson.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Nobody near George. Good, the assist goes to Hill. 7 points here for George. The Bulls leading by 5. Rose passes to Brooks. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hill's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Dish out to Miles.
Fucking wrong person.
In the corner, Miles with it. 6 to shoot.
Damn, now fuck that possession. That nigga's wide open all around the fucking board and threw it to the wrong person.
Repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Outside, George to the middle. It's deflected. Gasol with the steal. Here's Butler. Finished off the break. And now a 7-point Chicago lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. And it's Doug McDermott in for Aaron Brooks. Mahinmi dishes to George. George double team. Shot clock at 6. Here's the screen over Rose. And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from George.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Rose. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Here's Rose. Soft touch off the glass. Rose has got 6 here in this quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Ellis kicks to Hill. It's stolen by Rose. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Mirotic. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Outside Gasol. Outside Rose. Down low. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Pacers trail by 7. Hill drives in. Now what's the pass to Mahinmi? He feeds it to Miles. To the middle. And Mahinmi with the stuff.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Rose goes in. Feeds to Mirotic. Outside Gasol. That's tipped. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance.
Come on, Monte, man. When the fuck is you gonna get it together, man?
You know, he might want to think think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Attack. Fuck the. I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
Right side, George. Miles dishes to Mahinmi. From deep, Ellis. And Butler sends it back. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Chicago up 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Some really terrific numbers for Butler. He has 11 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
They've got Ellis. Turner is out there with Hill. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Pacers trailed by 7.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
And Miles kicks to Hill. That's good. Hill's got the first bucket of the third here for the Pacers.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Rose goes in. The Pacers pull it in. Hill's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, finally transferred to a major college, and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Here's Ellis.
Get to the rack, Monte. Fuck.
Now Chicago takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Turner with the steal. To the inside. Hill. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Hill's got 10 points.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
And here's Miles outside. And that one's good. He has 5.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Dishes it to McDermott. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Rose. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Ellis on top, defended by Butler. Here's Turner. No good. Gasol with the defensive effort.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Rose, that's good.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues,
I
it will
love
be.
that layup.
Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket for Brunellis. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 9th assist in the game now. Hill passes to Miles. Can't get it to go. And it's Chicago the other way. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. Here's Rose. And a miss there off the inbound. Pacers trailed by 8.
You already know that. Don't ask stuff you already know.
Hill dishes to Turner. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
There's the pick. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Rose can't get that one to fall. Pulls up for 3. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Stuckey.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Great move on that one there. He didn't let his height disadvantage dictate that matchup.
George is checked in for the Pacers. Hill comes in for C.J. Miles. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he's been waiting for his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games. And it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Rose kicks to Butler. Gasol is screen on Stuckey. And it's Butler missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Mirotic against George.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Butler kicks to Mirotic. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't go either for Butler.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Hill, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
From deep, Rose. Rose with another miss. Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Hill has the open look.
Too deep. One more fucking foot in. That was my fault, Hill. Don't worry about it. That was my fault. It won't happen again.
Gasol kicks to Rose. Butler on the way. And again, Chicago. No good. And Indiana shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Pacers?
Guys, one of the themes in this game has been how much of their scoring has come off turnover.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Stuckey can't get it to go. The Bulls shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. And that one's good by Butler.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise, just 1 of 7 from the field.
The Bulls shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 15 points for Jimmy Butler. Pacers trailed by 3. George with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. again, Stuckey. Turner with the screen for Stuckey. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Rose. At the elbow, it's Gasol. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Indiana called for the foul.
Some good numbers for Gasol. He has 9 rebounds and the 2 nice steals as well. He's doing all the things you can. Of a player in the low post.
Definitely, it's the blocks, the rebounds, you name it, he's done it.
It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long Clark as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
Right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Stolen by Brooks. In transition, here come the Bulls. And again, no good by Chicago.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
And Gibson wide open. He shoots. And the baseline jumper, no good. The 3 from Hill. Chicago grabs the miss. Gibson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long. And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring him back.
Brooks, the pass to Heinrich. Misses off the right eye. Indiana trailing here. It's tipped. McDermott with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Brooks leading the charge.
Oh, my God.
Again, the miss by Brooks. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Shots good from Young.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
At the elbow, it's Gasol. Here's McDermott. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Gasol. Heinrich inside the three-point line. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Ellis
That
can't get it
nigga's
to
wrong.
go.
You know what? I know what it
Down the
is.
fights there, they are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too, so nothing subtle about that one.
The Pacers making a switch here. Stuckey's checked in for the Bulls. Tony Snell comes in for McDermott. The Bulls shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to... Joakim Noah's checked in for the Bulls. Tony Snell comes in for McDermott. The Bulls shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. And George kicks to Young. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Joakim Noah.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. And guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires. I'm champion in the locker room big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
And Young kicks to Stuck. Pacers have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. Shooting for Indiana. No good on that one.
It's been a good one for Mahimi. 10 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
The Bulls shooting 47%, pretty solid. Noah dishes to Brooks.
I forgot. If you had him in the corner, why you just ain't trapping there?
Back to Noah.
That'd have been nice.
In the corner, Snell with it. Shot clock at 5. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead. Inside. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from... From a defensive standpoint, that's for sure.
I realize this. You got to have a good fourth quarter. That's good. I feel one coming from me because we made a lot of little mistakes, man. You gotta tighten up on, man. We'll be alright. You know what I'm saying?
Big quarter out of Jimmy. I feel it. Rose too. That is promise.
Away now as we welcome you back. Pacers trailed by 7. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. The big men are Gibson and Noah. Heinrich is out there with Brooks, and it's Snell with the 3. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand, Jen. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue
Man, dunk
to
the
attack
ball,
that
he's
rim.
right there.
Pass to Gibson. And it's Chase Buttinger with the foul.
Go in there, go in there.
Here's Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. And 12 points for Brooks.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
It's tipped. Stolen by Miles. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Miles the pass to Buttinger. And the Pacers another 3.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Oh, what?
Gibson the screen. 3-pointer, Heinrich. Rebound by Mahimi. Pacers trailed by 3. He kicks it to Buttinger.
Get in there.
Misses and a chance to tie it there. Chicago calls timeout. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
And the Pacers were 3rd in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year. And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
And so Stuckey nails both of them.
This shit crazy. As soon as I touch it, right now it's stuck. Waiting for a phone.
You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
That shit crazy, man.
Oh! 13 stop. April 13 stop. I'm lagging out.
It lagged out. It already lagged out. I'm in your locker room. I'm in your locker room.
Oh, there go find it. My shit still was playing for a minute. Damn, man.
You know what this is?
You got to go. You got to go. Man, the first song when it came on, man. That inside you, I don't know if that's the name of it when it first came on. What that nigga Monster said the other day, G, man, I am 35.
I am 35. I'm mastered myself. Oh man, that nigga is crazy. Farrakhan got the niggas on one, bro. I'm about to send this to Monster. He gonna be heated. I'm gonna hashtag, can you teach me some moves?